I'm artist Jenny Floravita, and welcome back to my art studio. Today we're going to paint tropical leaves in vibrant colors. If you enjoy my techniques and would like to support this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. So let's get started. We should talk about colors to use in this palette here. So the first color I want to put on my palette is, I want to try out this Windsor Lemon. And I'm liking that. I'm liking this color for this piece, and it's a semi-transparent color. Like a raw sienna. This is a color that I do like to use a lot. I'll keep it here on my palette. I can actually see that this color is in the piece as well. A lot of times you can mix colors to get certain colors. So I will put this back on my palette. Let's look at the greens, because there's a lot of green. This is a permanent sap green. And it's a transparent color. It's another Winsor Newton. And let's see how this does. And I love this. This is the right color for this piece. And then a green gold. This is one of my newer favorite colors, and it's a Daniel Smith color. And it's a warmer, earthier color. We'll leave that there. I want to show you what color I think we might end up using for the red. I think we'll probably go with a Pyrrole Scarlet. And I think that that's a really good color for some of the red hues in here. With reds are kind of tricky. The first red that I ever used a lot of was alizarin crimson, and I find that for florals it's not the best red. A lot of times too you can see a little bit of a pink in a red, and I definitely see pinks. They're very soft in here. I'm not going to use a lot of this color, but it's permanent rose, and if you wanted to incorporate any kind of pink into your piece, and this piece has it just sparingly, I can see it in just some small areas. You could use like an opera pink, or you could use this beautiful color right here, this bright rose. So I think we're going to stick with these colors here, and then I'm going to choose one more. It's a Perylene Violet. And I think I could see that mixing really nicely with the green gold or the sap green. So this is my color palette. Another color green that a lot of artists have is a hooker's green. But I find that for these leaves, the green is going to be too cool, so I'm going to remove this from my palette, and these will be the colors that I think I'm going to stick with, and I can adjust them as we go if I decide that we need something more from the palette. So, okay, let's get started. There are several brushes that we could use, but I'm thinking of going with this brush here, and it's a newer brush that I've had for a little bit of time, and it's just a master's touch, and it's a size 8, and I'm going to try that out. And then I have this Lowell Cornell Comfort brush, and it is a size 8 as well, and it's a flat brush, and this is a 1/2 inch, same brand. So I don't know if I will use this, but I am going to just kind of see what works in real time. So I think I'm going to start with, let's just kind of start with I've painted tea leaves before a few times, and what I really enjoy about them is that the color blends are, they're happy colors, they're bright. You can, if you like to do really photorealistic work, you can totally mimic your reference photo. Otherwise, it's a fun leaf to just kind of go with the flow. They come in different colors. These ones here, they're really more like oranges and reds and this vibrant green, but I see them a lot with pinks and those colors, pinks, and they could be also very much reds. And what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of grabbing colors from my palette, and I'm just going to paint some of these lines. And I'm not going to do it so photorealistic for this, so I'm basically showing you an easy way to make a painting that's based off of something that's kind of complicated. We're basically simplifying what's going on in these leaves. So any kind of stroke that goes downwards with the leaves and follows the structure of the leaf, that's kind of what I'm doing here. Notice how I'm leaving areas that are white in the paper, and I'm doing that because I want to let the leaf dry, and then I'm going to go back and put in colors that I want to stand out a little bit more, maybe colors that I don't want to blend so much. This is the first layer of this piece, and I'm enjoying just having it be intuitive. Like I said, I'm just loosely basing it on the photo, the reference photo here. And if you were working outside, this would be a very, very helpful technique to have, just to kind of see that this leaf is going to be more green. This leaf up here is going to have more oranges and yellows, as is this. And these are going to help contrast. and make the piece interesting. I feel like just having leaves that are going to be more of one color versus another, it's going to make the piece, it's going to give the piece interest. And this also allows you to be very free flow with your watercolors. Like I said, all of my brush strokes are basically following. They're following the lines of the way that each leaf is contoured. This leaf down here is going to have a lot more of a reddish tint, and then I'm gonna bring a very strong red tint down through here. And gosh, when you really start looking, you can see a lot of green. I can see a lot of green in my reference photos, so I'm going to eventually incorporate that into the piece. But that'll be in another layer. So overall, I've only needed this brush so far. It's been quite adequate. All of this is dry. I've taken a few minutes. I went and I picked up my son at school. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Let me know what your favorite flower is in the comments below. If you enjoyed this colorful tea leaf painting video, please check out my video on painting big green banana leaves.